Good evening. Welcome to the locker room. Glad to have you with us tonight, and certainly had a great time last week with another edition of the BBB Tri-County Football All-Star Team, and pretty good bunch of youngins.
Pretty good bunch. We had some good athletes in here.
Some great athletes.
Good coaches in here too,
and some good kids, and certainly enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring that football team in, and look forward to another one next year. Tonight we have some special guests with us tonight. Have the Oakdale Middle School basketball team, runner-ups, I think, to Rockwood in that state sectional basketball tournament. So we look forward to having them up, and Coach Bingham will have his basketball team up here in just a little bit. But big things happening in Nashville as we speak.
Well, the weather's pretty good down there.
Weather's always good. Wherever Peyton goes, the weather follows him.
Here we go. Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. What a great day for Nashville.
Here we go. Yeah, I
Horns
thought,
honking.
and I'm glad last Wednesday night we had a crew down here where we didn't have to talk about him, because I went back to work and I asked if something bad had happened to him, if he'd passed away or something. You thought somebody died the way everybody was going on about him. He's just a football player.
Only
that's
the best
washed
that's
up.
Ever played, though.
No, his brother's better than him.
No.
You know
he's got a long way to go.
How many Super Bowls does his brother have?
But it doesn't matter about
He's
Super
got two,
Bowls.
right?
It doesn't matter.
He's got two, right?
It doesn't matter
That's what
about
I thought.
Super Bowls.
And I think two MVPs in the Super Bowl game,
it doesn't matter
right?
about. Well, the quarterbacks usually get that MVP.
Well, yeah, but still, he's got two,
who got it
though.
when Peyton won the
He's got
Super
it
Bowl?
two, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wondered,
Yeah.
surely Bud Adams, I know he's old and everything, surely he's not going to throw good money away after somebody that's washed up, period. He's washed up.
All I heard was that he overnighted a blank check, signed blank check, and told the front office people if the check wasn't made out today, they needed to look for a job.
Well, they need to be checking him. That sort of reminds me of something like that tells me that that's the guy that's going to do something stupid like Al Davis used to do it when he was living at the Raiders.
He's like old Kaz Walker.
Oh,
when old Kaz Walker wanted a load of produce,
but Kaz Walker's got more sense than that.
Well,
he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have spent.
Well, he did.
He wouldn't have took good money and wasted it. Kaz Walker would not have done that.
Kaz Walker was sort of like Bud Adams. He knows talent when he sees it. He's the first one that had Dolly Parton up on the show.
He didn't even play.
He made Dolly Parton.
Peyton Manning did not play a down last year.
Didn't have to.
Stood on the sideline.
Oh, he's rested.
He's through.
Think how rested his arm is.
He's through.
Oh, no.
He's through.
Well, you'll see.
Titans will make a mistake if they sign him. I don't have any Titans gear. If I did, I would take it out and burn it today.
Well,
I'd burn it.
You shouldn't say stuff like that.
I'm not saying it.
But what I'm saying is it makes you look bad.
It just has to make me look bad. I would take it and burn it. And I don't have any Titan stuff.
Well, I hope you don't burn my shirt there, my BBB shirt.
No, I like it.
Okay.
As long as he don't come down here, I'm all right.
No, but
you ain't bringing him down here.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'll just quit then.
Oh, no. Peyton will be here.
Peyton will be here. Right.
In fact.
No, he's not coming.
He may break the news here on BBB.
No, I know he won't, because that check you'd send him, it ain't big enough.
Oh, he doesn't. He's not worried about a check. He's got
Get him here for a quarter.
He's got plenty.
Hey,
stay tuned, because you will hear it first here on BBB. We'll break with breaking news on Peyton.
Well, Brad's going to do it. You won't do it. Brad and them will do it.
Well, I can't get us on. Brad's the only one that can get us on.
Brad's the only one that can get us on. I mean, you won't, And last week, I got on Brad back there before the show tonight. I said, 10 o'clock rolls around. You just run us off last week. He comes in, and it just was messed up. He said we was going to be messed up. We didn't even get to thank our director that directed everybody in and out of here last week.
Well, we did that on purpose.
He done such a great job.
I hope you won't do it tonight.
He done such a great job, but, I've been wrong about Peabody all these years. But Peabody, he controlled it last week, done a fabulous job getting them young men in and out, and you didn't even give him an ounce of credit. And Peabody deserves some credit. I hope you're listening tonight, Peabody. I'm going to take you up. I'm going to come down. He said if I come down to Rockwood, he'd buy me dinner.
He tells a lot of people that.
Well, I'm going to find him. I'm going to make him take me.
And I heard about that all the way to Nashville.
What'd he say?
Oh, I can't believe. Well, you saw him throw his hat down.
Yeah. But you should have recognized him. And, we forgot to recognize some important people. And I've been thinking all week. We didn't recognize the fans of the year, the band of the year, the cheerleading group of the year, or the Booster Club group of the year.
Well, go ahead.
And I just got
Go ahead.
thinking about it.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm fixing to if you give me time. You just don't see. And I got to thinking. Is it Anderson County's band or is it Oak Ridge's
Oh,
band?
I thought you had it all.
I do have it all figured out.
So you thought all week about it.
I thought it all week.
And still don't know the answer.
I'm fixing to tell you. If you'll wait, man, I'm just letting you know how I run through this scenario in my head.
Okay.
I thought, is it Oliver Springs' Booster Club because they have a really good
Let me
Booster
write these
Club.
down
Rock,
so we
but let me
know.
tell you what I come up with. The band of the year.
All the bands.
It's all the bands. The Booster Club of the year. It's all the Booster Club. Now, Barry, come on. They're all good.
They are.
Great Booster
But
Clubs.
I can't believe it took you a week to figure that out.
Well, I thought that was the best way to do it, keep from getting killed.
Yeah, I can't believe it took you a week.
But we do have some great fans, and we do have some great bands, and we do have some great cheerleaders because they throw our T-shirts out for us,
right.
and they're an important part of the game. And we do have, what have I left out? We got some fans that are really great too. So you take all that together with the kids we had in here last week, and we're pretty blessed to have
Makes
some
for a
really
good time.
It makes for a good time and enjoyable for us. And all those people, that run the concession stands and everything, they do a great job. And we just, I felt like we might have mentioned, I just don't
Well, you
remember.
need to thank the people that give you those hamburgers.
Well,
and
I do,
hot dogs.
and I do. I appreciate all those people that brings us food all year long, and that's at every football field we go to. They take care of me and Brad and some of the guys on the TV thing. And
It costs
not
me.
him.
It costs me.
Don't
'cause
cost
I have
you
to
nothing.
I have to prepay.
It's like the lady down at Rockwood told you. She was ashamed that you would only buy me half of a hamburger, and she said, just keep your money. I'll buy him a whole hamburger this year.
Well, she already had my prepaid money though. So.
She might have. Well, I'll see her coming up next year maybe, and we'll see what she says about that. But we got some basketball players out there. Listen, I've been listening to them talk. There's 2 or 3 of them boys out there. They've been singing. We might get some singing tonight. I don't know. I'm wondering if we won't get some singing. And there's a couple of them out there that's pretty scared right now because going out in front of all the people that they're going to be in front of.
Well,
and there's some. I've been hearing defensive specialist, shooting guard. So we'll see what we got coming up
I
here
was
in
just
just a
going to
second.
say, you hear how quiet it is out there now?
Oh, quiet as a mouse because we're getting ready to bring in big 8th graders
and
in
when
here
they
in just
see
a
these
second.
red lights on these cameras, I would guess that that Coach Bingham probably hadn't heard it this quiet.
Now, he probably hadn't. He'll probably have to do all the talking.
But we are excited to have them, and we'll get to them in just a minute. Let's talk just a second about high school baseball.
Got started at
Softball yesterday. Monday actually got things started. And if you could go back a year to opening day, there's probably about a 30-degree swing in temperatures.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
I mean, this is unreal
But
weather. Get the boat out.
We've had some really good games thus far, already starting off, and again it goes back to, you see some scores there. Clinton with a big win over Central, and Rockwood goes to Stone Memorial. Stone Memorial probably looking to the state basketball tournament as they won today. Sunbright and Cofield, Sunbright wins the first game, and then Cofield comes back and gets the real bats going there. And I had the Kingston-Harriman game yesterday. A good ball game, 0-0 after 4 innings. And Kingston goes ahead 9-2. Midway, a good baseball team this year, beat Crosby 10-0, and Greenback over Oliver Springs 6-2. So Greenback will be one to go to. Alcoa and Grace. And Grace probably has 3 mid-major to major pitching prospects. So Alcoa with a big win there in Cumberland County over Hardin Valley, 5-4. And on the softball side, Harriman with a big win, 15-0 over Wartburg, and Central over Anderson County, 8-4. And Cofield, 16-0, and I think Lindsay Faddick just again starts off this year, faces 9 hitters.
She can bring it.
She's going to have to, in order for her to get any quality innings in, she's going to have to let them hit the ball some, or she's going to have a lot of these 3 and 4 and 5 inning ball games. But the Cofield wins the doubleheader there, and a great start for them in the district. And Oliver Springs, Washburn 10-0, and Grace over the Ambassadors 10-0. So Oliver Springs loses to Rockwood in soccer 10-0, and that may be. Let's see. In the spring, is that boys or girls soccer? That's boys soccer. So this is the first year for Rockwood boys soccer team.
This is?
Yes, and Kingston over Tellico Plain 7-0. So some big soccer and tennis matches. Harriman over Rockwood 6-3, and the girls, Rockwood comes back and wins the girls matches 7-2. So a lot of spring sports going on. Alcoa in the state tournament loses to Mitchell. I think Alcoa had 23 turnovers. And if you read the paper this morning, Coach Jones sort of figured that going to be a cakewalk, didn't he?
Oh, he found out about the cakewalk, didn't he?
And Stone Memorial wins over Livingston for the third time this year.
Hard to do. To be
Hard to do,
80-65.
So congratulations to Stone Memorial. Probably their first trip to the state tournament.
Maybe last year.
Did they go last year?
No, I don't. I'm not for sure. I think they've been, but I'm not for sure.
Okay.
Got a team that could win it. Maybe. They got a pretty good basketball team, from what I've been told.
New ticket prices, $10 instead of $8, but you only get $10 a day now instead of $8 a session, so you still come out ahead at the spring fling. Also read today where TSSAA lost about $3,000. Well, there it is, $3,000, but the schools were paid more because the schools had pre-sold some tickets and things. But the TSSAA down $3,000, so that'll be one less BMW in the parking lot.
It's not bad to be down $3,000 considering what the economy is right now. It's not bad at all. So not bad.
But glad to have you with us tonight here in the locker room. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Oakdale Middle School Eagles basketball team.
For all your ball, Reno's has it all. Reno's Sporting Goods offers the top name brands and the latest technology for every team athlete. Every day, we've given you 25 years of experience in our work. Come to Reno's.
You demand good old-fashioned service from your pharmacy, and at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood, we not only give you great hometown service, but we treat you like our family. Live and Let Live Drugstore is now your source for great candy by the pound, too. Live and Let Live is also a great place for Time and Again candles and wax burner, Elizabeth Arden cosmetics and fragrances, Walter Powell hand-carved birds, and Contented Heart handmade soaps, lip balms, herbal teas, and more. We also have great gift baskets that can be made to order.
Visit us at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood. Let us be your hometown pharmacy.
We treat you like family at RMG.
If you have scrap metal, Rome Metals will pay you cold hard cash on the spot. Junk cars, we buy them. Ferrous and non-ferrous metal, we buy that too. Aluminum cans, you bet. We can also arrange pickup for industrial customers. Rome Metals is located just off Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood. Open 8 till 4 weekdays and 8 till noon on Saturdays, the 11th and the 25th.
Since 1891, Chase Drugs has served Harriman and the surrounding area in downtown Harriman. Well, now Chase Drugs has a second location in Midtown at the Physicians Plaza. Chase Drugs will offer the same services as their downtown location, as well as prescription drug compounding, and they've added a convenient pharmacy drive-thru. Also, you can pick up your refills at whichever location is most convenient to you. Can't make it to the pharmacy? Ask about our free delivery service. Chase Drugs, one pharmacy, 2 locations. Trusted care from the people you know.
Reno Sporting Goods has what you need to play any team sport, and for almost 25 years, Reno's has provided uniforms, gear, and apparel for school teams and youth leagues across East Tennessee. Reno's, where our customers come first.
Welcome back to the locker room, and again, we're glad to have the Oakdale Middle School basketball team with us tonight, runner-ups in the sectional tournament held up in Pigeon Forge. Coach Bingham, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's glad to be here.
And tell us a little bit about your basketball team.
Well, our basketball team, we ended up 14-7 overall in the season. Won the Area 4 championship, and then we went on to the East Tennessee sectional and got the runner-up at the East Tennessee sectional. We lost to Ridgeview, the Ridgeview Raptors. They're a team out of Johnson City. Very, very good team. Best team we saw all year. Saved it for the championship, I guess.
Is this the best that the middle school's done in basketball?
It's the best they've done since I've been here. This is year number 5 for me, and also Goose Lindsay helps me out. A lot of people around the area know him, and it's the best that me and him's done. I can't really remember another district championship in middle school. So it was a great honor for us.
So you brought some new hardware to the trophy case.
Oh yeah. We actually was working on the plaque today to get these guys some recognition. They did a great job.
Now, David, as I said before there now, when Coach Bingham was playing up at Oakdale, if he lets these players have the same latitude that his daddy let him have when they crossed half court, I mean, you had to extend your defense or he'd fire a shot up.
So he never seen a bad. He liked all the shots. He didn't
liked
matter where it
them
was
all.
at.
He liked them all and shot pretty good.
He shot pretty good percentage.
Yeah.
So once he got the ball, you wasn't getting it returned back.
Oh no,
to you. It wasn't coming back.
No, hot potato, baby.
Hot potato, firing it up, hey.
Firing it up.
All right, I understand.
So you've got some youngsters that like to play like that.
Oh yeah. I have no problem with the guys shooting the three, as long as they're pretty consistent about it. I will have to correct you a little bit though. Mickey Bingham that was there for a long time.
Okay.
That wasn't my dad.
Okay.
But his son Jay, I know who you're talking about. He could really fire the three, and good times.
Well, let's meet some of these players.
Tyler Steinmetz, and I play a shooting guard, point guard.
Shooting guard.
Yeah.
So is that your job to shoot?
Yes.
Okay. And so is your percentage pretty good?
It's decent.
So what exactly does a shooting guard? What does that title?
Basically driving, shooting threes and stuff. Basically driving and shooting threes.
How do you drive and shoot a three?
I just drive in there.
But you can't drive in and shoot a three.
Basically, I switch it up sometimes, shooting.
I don't know. I don't.
Well, he drives down the corner on the 3-point and fires it.
Well, I thought
Because Coach, I fired a lot.
he fired a lot.
He's not shy about shooting. He's not shy.
Okay. And so you're an 8th grader.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking forward to moving on to the high school.
Yes, I am.
Anybody you want to say hello to or anything?
No.
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 So you're just a shooter.
Yes.
Okay. No teacher or anything you want to say? I mean,
No.
this is a pretty good chance, to earn a few points.
No.
Wow.
You don't need him. He must be a good student then.
Okay.
My name is Dylan Webb.
We'll have to speak up.
My name is Dylan Webb. I play wing and defense.
Well, he lost that pose in a hurry, didn't
Yeah, I get right there. Put the camera on him, Brad. He's like this. Go. Yeah, let us see that, big man. Come on. Get out there. Put that there. Let's go. Come on.
I'll do it.
Hey, watch it. Yeah, there you go. See? Yeah, once you got it back, go.
Oh, look here. He doesn't even want the
Yeah, he
microphone
don't want the mic
anymore.
now. He put that chest
microphone away.
up there. See? Yeah.
Anybody you want to say hello to?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay.
My name is Brady Bingham, and I'm a point guard.
Okay, so you're not a shooting guard.
No, I do not like to shoot it.
So you don't even like to shoot it.
Well, I do, but I guess I get nervous.
Like you are now?
Yeah. Very similar.
Hold the mic up. Get it over. There you go. It ain't going to bite you.
So anybody you want to say hi to?
Not really.
Okay. So.
I guess my grandparents.
Okay. So your last name is Bingham too?
Yes.
Okay. Any relationship?
Nope. I'm related to Mickey Bingham.
Are you?
Yeah.
How you related to him?
He's my grandpa.
Oh. And you can be Mickey Bingham's grandson, and you don't like to shoot?
I guess so, yeah.
Wow. That's hard to believe, isn't it, Coach? Huh? I mean, I've never seen a Bingham that played basketball didn't like to shoot.
I like to shoot layups, but I
He
get
doesn't
nervous.
like layups either. He'll beat you with the three. He'd
Yeah, I
rather have you
guess.
shooting threes than layups. You shouldn't ever be in a position to shoot a layup. I mean, the ball should be going up quicker than that, right? Okay, so you want to say hi to your grandparents?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
My name is Bryson Hedrick, and I play post.
Play post?
Yeah.
So you probably
I
never
guess.
see the ball, do you?
No.
He's being honest.
Huh?
He's
That's
being
right.
honest.
That's right. So you just get an occasional rebound when they miss. Huh?
Yeah, I put it back up, I guess.
Okay. Pretty good experience in the tournament.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pretty exciting to win it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Matthew Abernathy. I'm a shooting guard.
So how can we have two shooting guards on the same five?
It's rotation.
Oh, rotator. So when one gets his arm tired, another one comes in and keeps firing them up.
Yeah.
So that makes good rotation. So you guys, as 8th graders, have left the program in pretty good shape. Started a little something here now that these other guys are going to have to continue. So you had a good trip to Pigeon Forge.
Yes.
Sir.
And I understand you've been up here eating tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Went up to Big Ed's.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay. Well, good job. Good job. Well, guys, we appreciate you being here, and congratulations on a fine performance up in Pigeon Forge.
Thank you.
Coach, you can just sit right there, and we'll take a break, and we've got some more basketball players right after this.
Your ball, Reno's has it all. Reno's Sporting Goods offers the top name brands and the latest technology for every team athlete. Every day, we've given you 25 years of experience in our work. Come to Reno's.
Since 1891, Chase Drugs has served Harriman and the surrounding area in downtown Harriman. Well, now Chase Drugs has a second location in Midtown at the Physicians Plaza. Chase Drugs will offer the same services as their downtown location, as well as prescription drug compounding, and they've added a convenient pharmacy drive-thru. Also, you can pick up your refills at whichever location is most convenient to you. Can't make it to the pharmacy? Ask about our free delivery service. Chase Drugs, one pharmacy, two locations. Trusted care from the people you know.
We treat you like family at RMG.
If you have scrap metal, Rome Metals will pay you cold hard cash on the spot. Junk cars, we buy them. Ferrous and non-ferrous metal, we buy that too. Aluminum cans, you bet. We can also arrange pickup for industrial customers. Rome Metals is located just off Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood. Open 8 till 4 weekdays and 8 till noon on Saturdays, the 11th and the 25th.
If you haven't visited the Live and Let Live drugstore lately, you're really missing a treat. The expanded gift shop has so many unique gift ideas, from glycerin soaps and candles to specialty gift boxes you can design. And they offer gift wrapping service too. The soda fountain is always a favorite, not to mention the candy counter where you can select fresh confections and buy as much or as little as you desire. If you need pharmacy services, the staff at Live and Let Live is always available to discuss your medications. Live and Let Live drugstore in downtown Rockwood, your hometown pharmacy and gift shop.
If it's a private or business lunch you're after, the answer is simple. Rockwood Street Grill. If it's a family affair that you want to enjoy, the answer is simple. Rockwood Street Grill. If it's a cozy sweetheart dinner, the answer is simple. Rockwood Street Grill. Even if it's a banquet or catering event, the answer is still Rockwood Street Grill. Just give them a call at 354-8298 or ease by at 215 West Rockwood Street in downtown Rockwood.
Hi, I'm Terry. Just call or come by, and our staff will treat you to an enjoyable meal that I'm sure will make you want to come back.
Reno's Sporting Goods has what you need to play any team sport, and for almost 25 years, Reno's has provided uniforms, gear, and apparel for school teams and youth leagues across East Tennessee. Reno's, where our customers come first.
Welcome back to the locker room, and again tonight, glad to have the Oakdale Middle School Eagles basketball team with us, runners-up in the TSSAA sectionals for middle schools up in Pigeon Forge this year. And Coach Bingham, 8th grade bunch, you always hate to see them go, but it's always good to keep these 7th and 6th graders coming along, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The 8th graders we had this year will be missed. I mean, they did a lot for this program. A lot of them started as 7th graders, and then as 8th graders they matured and won a lot of ball games for us. And but it is good to see. I've got 2 7th graders, got Maverick Smith here and Austin Lau. They were starters this year, so I'll have them coming back. They've got a lot of experience and, being able to get to the championship game. And so they've been there. They've been to the big game, and hopefully they're hungry to get that win.
Get back there, huh? Well, let's meet them.
I'm Maverick Smith, number 5, and I'm post.
A post?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as a 7th grader, got a lot to look forward to then, as Coach says, don't you?
Yes, sir.
How was your experience in Pigeon Forge?
It's something else. Really enjoyed it.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to?
No, sir.
Under the post there, feel pretty comfortable that you the leading rebounder?
Usually.
Very good. Very good. So you're looking forward then one more year and then getting to move on?
Yeah, I'm hoping to make the most out of this next year.
Very good. Very good. Not near as nervous as the 8th graders were, are they?
No, huh? They're pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet, yeah. Okay.
My name's Austin Lau, and I'm shooting guard.
Another shooting guard. Fire it up?
Sometimes, not usually.
Would you rather be a shooting guard or an assist man?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Heck with letting it go, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I'm sure that Oakdale Middle School was probably that week of that tournament was you guys probably had a lot of pep rallies, didn't you?
Well, no, we really didn't have any. We just didn't really do nothing.
Didn't really
we
do
just got
nothing.
ready.
But just go play basketball, and they probably just wanted to make sure that you had your mind focused on basketball, right?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to or anything?
Yeah, my dad and my mom. They really helped me through a lot of this.
Okay. Probably got you where you need to go, didn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. Who have you got behind you there?
My name is Ethan Johnson, and I play wing.
Play wing?
Yeah.
Okay, so you feed the post player then, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you ever get to shoot?
Not really.
Not much? Okay. I can understand that with all these shooting guards and stuff. You have a pretty good time in Pigeon Forge?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to or anything?
No.
Guys, surely there's somebody out there now that you need to be talking to now. Somebody's been supporting you.
Girlfriend or something?
Oh, that brought some smiles.
Yeah.
You hit a nail on the head there.
Hi to your girlfriend, or
that's probably that dude with that pose there.
Yeah,
that's what he was doing.
That's what he was doing. Sending the signal.
Yeah, sending the signal out. Okay.
I'm a post.
Your name is what?
Seth Johnson.
Okay.
He's a post player.
He's another post player. He's pretty. How tall are you?
I don't know.
Okay, but you've got another year to come back.
Yes.
Okay. So this 7th grade bunch now, can you take it all the way next year?
I guess.
Anybody you want to say hi to?
Nope.
And he threw that thing away quick then. Okay.
My name is Braden Goldston. I play wing.
Play wing.
Yep.
You don't get to shoot the ball much neither, do you?
Nope.
Anybody you want to say anything? You need to say. Don't want to say hi to nobody?
Nope.
Okay. That's an old man.
I'm Austin Helton. I play post.
Austin, have you had any relatives play ball up at Oakdale?
No.
Okay. And you're a post player? So you like to get in there and mix it up? They play rough, huh?
Yeah, man. Quick. When we're playing work, I took a slap in the face.
Huh. Well, okay. Anybody you want to say hi to? You turn the mic off.
Push the mic back up there.
When you got slapped in your face there, you turn it off.
Well, my math teacher, Heath, told me I'd give him a shout out.
Okay. Well, Coach, as you reflect back on this year, obviously when you have an opportunity to play in a championship game of any type, it speaks well for the community. I'm sure you've got a good booster club that supports you in whatever you need.
Yeah, they when we went up to the the East Tennessee, and we just kept winning. The fans showed up and supported these guys, and it was always they were there to encourage them and keep them going, and it was just a great experience for everybody involved.
And so Goose Lindsay was your assistant coach.
He was.
Okay.
He has been for 5 years, ever since I took over the program here, and yeah, he's a real help.
Big Goose. He's a good one.
Big Goose. Okay, guys, we appreciate you being here, and good luck next year as you carry on the tradition here that's been started now. Guys, we'll take a break. We'll be right back to meet the rest of the Oakdale Middle School Eagles.
For all your ball, Reno's has it all. Reno's Sporting Goods offers the top name brands and the latest technology for every team athlete. Every day, we've given you 25 years of experience in our work. Come to Reno's.
You demand good old-fashioned service from your pharmacy, and at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood, we not only give you great hometown service, but we treat you like our family. Live and Let Live Drugstore is now your source for great candy by the pound, too. Live and Let Live is also a great place for Time and Again candles and wax burner, Elizabeth Arden cosmetics and fragrances, Walter Powell hand-carved birds, and Contented Heart handmade soaps, lip balms, herbal teas, and more. We also have great gift baskets that can be made to order.
Visit us at Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood. Let us be your hometown pharmacy.
We treat you like family at RMG.
If you have scrap metal, Rome Metals will pay you cold hard cash on the spot. Junk cars, we buy them. Ferrous and non-ferrous metal, we buy that too. Aluminum cans, you bet. We can also arrange pickup for industrial customers. Rome Metals is located just off Highway 27 between Herman and Rockwood. Open 8 till 4 weekdays and 8 till noon on Saturdays, the 11th and the 25th.
Since 1891, Chase Drugs has served Harriman and the surrounding area in downtown Harriman. Well, now Chase Drugs has a second location in Midtown at the Physicians Plaza. Chase Drugs will offer the same services as their downtown location, as well as prescription drug compounding, and they've added a convenient pharmacy drive-thru. Also, you can pick up your refills at whichever location is most convenient to you. Can't make it to the pharmacy? Ask about our free delivery service. Chase Drugs, one pharmacy, 2 locations. Trusted care from the people you know.
Reno Sporting Goods has what you need to play any team sport, and for almost 25 years, Reno's has provided uniforms, gear, and apparel for school teams and youth leagues across East Tennessee. Reno's, where our customers come first.
And welcome back to the locker room, and again, glad to have with us tonight the Oakdale Middle School basketball team. Coach Bingham, this group that you have right here is your future.
It is. I think we've got a pretty bright future. These guys are talented. Hopefully they keep working hard. Hopefully they keep growing. But there's a huge difference between a 6th grade kid and 8th grade. They usually grow a lot. So we hope that happens with these guys, and they can really shoot the basketball, and hopefully they'll keep working hard and help us win a lot of games.
Do you play a JV schedule, Coach, for the younger kids?
We do play JV games, but we don't have like a separate team where they go and play special games. We do camps, and sometimes we'll do play days to get them more involved.
Okay.
Okay, let's meet this bunch.
I'm Brett Bingham. I'm point guard.
Point guard, okay, and long list of Binghams up there in Oakdale, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And who's your dad?
Michael Bingham.
Okay. He was probably one of those that fired up a bunch of threes too, wasn't he?
I guess.
This is another grandson of Mickey.
Another grandson, so I guarantee you he's fired them up then. Did your grandpa, does he work with you on your shot?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay, so you're looking forward now to moving on up the ladder here and keeping this winning season going.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to?
My grandparents and Justin Moore.
Okay, Justin Moore. Okay.
My name is Corbin King, and I play shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Okay. You hope you get to stay a shooting guard?
Yeah.
Got to have pretty good percentage now to stay a shooting guard now.
Yeah.
So you're okay with that? You like shooting that 3?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to?
My mom and my dad.
Well, I see that makes more sense. These guys make more sense than those 8th graders did. You know, I mean
they wanted to pose.
Yeah, this bunch may win this thing before it's all over with.
They might.
So you're looking forward to continuing to get back to that championship game?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
I'm in Courier and I'm a post.
So mix it up underneath.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got some pretty good moves underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. You'd rather play defense or offense?
Offense.
I always like to shoot that ball. See, that's that mentality up there. But I think the basketballs must have heat or something in them there.
In the water?
Yeah. Anybody you want to say hi to?
Yeah. My brother.
Okay.
My name is Sean Monkhouse, and I'm a wing.
A wing?
Yes.
Okay. And so your job's probably to feed the post?
Yes.
And fire it when you can?
Yes.
Okay. You like shooting those threes?
Yes.
Better than driving?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Anybody you want to say hi to?
Yes, my parents and my grandparents.
Okay, very good. We got to go back over here now. There you go.
I'm Jess Langley, and I play the wing.
Play the wing.
Yes,
Gosh,
sir.
you're a tall wing. So you must be able to shoot it pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as a 6th grader, you got a lot of playing to be able to get done, and you better hope you don't grow much, or Coach will have you in the post.
I want to be tall, just want to play wing.
Yeah. So you'll be in the post there before all this is said and done. Then you looking forward to playing some more here at the middle school and bringing home some more hardware, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to?
My family.
Okay. And nobody said anything about a teacher, Coach.
Yeah, one day I got his math teacher. Last one, I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, we did have one. He said the math teacher, but none of these other guys did. They must have really good grades.
Missed a lot of good opportunities, didn't he?
They did.
So this is your basketball team.
It is. We're gonna miss the 8th graders that's come through, and we got one more.
Got one more there.
Got one more, but don't want to leave him out.
I'm Hayden Barber, and I'm a guard.
You're Hayden
Barber.
Barber, okay. And you're a guard?
Yeah.
Okay. And I assume you like to shoot the thing too, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes? So you're more of an assist man?
Yeah, well, some games.
Well, I'm sure these posts probably enjoy you coming in the ball game then and not firing it up every time you get a chance.
I guess so.
Anybody you want to say hi to?
My mom, my dad, and my brother.
Okay. Very good.
Good deal.
And Coach, again, we appreciate you bringing this bunch up, and certainly anytime that we can help, that's what we're here for, and to showcase these young guys and reward them for their hard work and obviously for the work that you and Goose put in on this program.
Yeah, they did. They had a great season, and I'm glad they are getting the recognition. They worked hard. And it's funny watching these guys. There's a lot of personalities, as you guys seen, as they come through. But when it came down to playing together and getting serious when it was time to get serious, they could do that. And they were tough competitors. And they were fun to coach. They really were.
Well, good. Congratulations, Coach. And maybe next year you can bring some more hardware home, and we'll look forward to having you back up here again next year.
Well, thank you. I hope we are back.
That's the Oakdale Middle School Eagles basketball team, and certainly appreciate them being here with us tonight. We'll take a break. We'll be back in the locker room right after this.
For all your ball, Reno's has it all. Reno's Sporting Goods offers the top name brands and the latest technology for every team athlete. Every day, we've given you 25 years of experience in our work. Come to Reno's.
Since 1891, Chase Drugs has served Harriman and the surrounding area in downtown Harriman. Well, now Chase Drugs has a second location in Midtown at the Physicians Plaza. Chase Drugs will offer the same services as their downtown location, as well as prescription drug compounding, and they've added a convenient pharmacy drive-through. Also, you can pick up your refills at whichever location is most convenient to you. Can't make it to the pharmacy? Ask about our free delivery service. Chase Drugs, one pharmacy, two locations. Trusted care from the people you know.
We treat you like family at RMG.
If you have scrap metal, Rome Metals will pay you cold hard cash on the spot. Junk cars, we buy them. Ferrous and non-ferrous metals, we buy that too. Aluminum cans, you bet. We can also arrange pickup for industrial customers. Rome Metals is located just off Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood. Open 8 till 4 weekdays and 8 till noon on Saturdays, the 11th and the 25th.
If you haven't visited the Live and Let Live drugstore lately, you're really missing a treat. The expanded gift shop has so many unique gift ideas, from glycerin soaps and candles to specialty gift boxes you can design. And they offer gift wrapping service too. The soda fountain is always a favorite, not to mention the candy counter where you can select fresh confections and buy as much or as little as you desire. If you need pharmacy services, the staff at Live and Let Live is always available to discuss your medications. Live and Let Live drugstore in downtown Rockwood, your hometown pharmacy and gift shop.
If it's a private or business lunch you're after, the answer is simple. Rockwood Street Grill. If it's a family affair that you want to enjoy, the answer is simple. Rockwood Street Grill. If it's a cozy sweetheart dinner, the answer is simple. Rockwood Street Grill. Even if it's a banquet or catering event, the answer is still Rockwood Street Grill. Just give them a call at 354-8298 or ease by at 215 West Rockwood Street in downtown Rockwood.
Hi, I'm Terry. Just call or come by, and our staff will treat you to an enjoyable meal that I'm sure will make you want to come back.
Reno Sporting Goods has what you need to play any team sport, and for almost 25 years, Reno's has provided uniforms, gear, and apparel for school teams and youth leagues across East Tennessee. Reno's, where our customers come first.
Welcome back to the locker room. Wow. Well, Brad don't give us no slack there. I mean, we're trying to get our guest out.
Yep.
He's just Johnny on
Well,
the spot.
it's always good. It's always good to to have kids up here, and again, we'd just tell you that, if you have an organization or a ball club that that you want to recognize, that's what we're all about.
Sure is. Give us a call.
That's what we're all about. Big Orange basketball team. They lose a big game to Mississippi. That probably knocked them out of the big dance, but the NIT really has put them in a great position to get to New York.
I agree with that.
And
it's sort of a weak field almost.
In fact, their next game probably will be.
Well, they don't know when it's going to be.
Middle Tennessee.
It's going to be with Middle Tennessee, but they don't know if it's going to be. Right. It could be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday possibly. Wow. And they don't. And if it's Thursday night, it could be at 11 o'clock, or it could be as early as 11:30 game. So they don't know when the game's going to be. And it's apparently that ESPN must call the shots on it, because they're the ones that's trying to figure out when it's going to be.
Well, that just kills the tournament, though, doesn't it? I mean, that's why I guess a lot of folks are.
What did you think about the seating arrangements last night? First come, first serve.
I would have hated to had to fork out $10,000 or $15,000 for those front row seats,
and not got them.
Only to be annoyed when I got there last night and they weren't there. Of course, 6,200 or 6,300 people last night.
Good crowd, though. They said it was a good crowd for them. They were apparently pleased they're going to get another home game out of it.
And a lot of those people probably were there to be able to sit in those seats.
Probably so. And I would think if it's Middle Tennessee, which it's going to be Middle Tennessee, just when's it going to be? I would think there will be a fairly good. They ought to be a really good crowd there for that game. I would be shocked if there's not 10,000 people there. Probably.
Yeah, and that's
not more.
That's a good point, because when the Blue Raiders came over and played football, there's a huge alumni group in the Knoxville area. I would guess that you're right. It'll be they'll try to neutralize the crowd.
Another Fulton kid down at middle, James Gallman down there, played a lot this year. We played a lot the last 2 years down there, so He's at middle, so I would think there should be a really good crowd over.
And this, and the thing about this game, it's another in-state rivalry. You've already lost to Austin Peay. You certainly don't want to lose to Middle Tennessee now and be 0-2 against.
Middle is probably a better basketball team than Austin Peay.
Oh, no question.
No
question.
About
of course, Middle Tennessee's, is Division I.
Right.
So a pretty good program, but it'll be interesting to see. And as you indicated, some squeaky times there last night. They actually got to within 2 after leading 20-2.
20-something to 2 or something like that.
So
good, 16, 17, 18-point lead.
And even with Mayman out, that really shouldn't happen.
No, that game should have never been really close last night. Right. And it did get close at one point. They got down to 2, I think.
Yeah.
And it should have never got close last night, and it did. And no.
But again, not quite the payday that the big tournament will play. But who do you like winning the big one?
Well, everybody's saying it's Kentucky and North Carolina. And I don't know. I sort of like Missouri.
I think Missouri certainly is a formidable team that can go. I think Kentucky probably has a hard time just simply because they're freshmen, and if they can get to that Sweet 16 and try to get to that next step. UConn could be a formidable opponent coming out of the Big East. They like the same kind of style. UConn's been up and down because Calhoun has been out.
I'd say it's Kentucky. In the Final Four, I think, and I ain't paying attention to any of the brackets. So what I'm fixing to say, I don't know if it's possible to happen or not. Kentucky and North Carolina, maybe Missouri, and maybe Kansas.
I think Kansas could make a nice run.
There's some other teams in there that could make a run at it. There's been a couple scenarios that Vanderbilt's even in the Final Four. The way the brackets fall out, I don't know if that's possible. If Andy plays and shoots the ball as well as they have in some games, it's very well possible. But
Vandy's only thing is probably depth. I mean, if they get their big man in foul trouble.
You could say that about Missouri because they're not really deep, but man, it's a senior-laden team that's there. Baylor, I like Baylor too. Baylor had a pretty good year this year. I think Baylor's another team that you could be reckoned with. But everybody's saying it's Kentucky, North Carolina, and a lot of people I've talked to thinks North Carolina's going to be the team that wins it. I'd love to see somebody else be in there and it be somebody new, and it'd be a great story if it's somebody like Missouri or Baylor or whoever. But I've heard some scenarios too that Kansas is in the championship game.
I like the scenario that Kansas has at least to get to the Final 8. Wichita State's a team that I think a lot of folks are a buzz about just from the fact that they've played really well. I'm not sure though that when you start this thing that the competition may be a little tougher than what they're used to.
And then everybody thinks the guy that was the coach at Alabama that was out for a year that is now at North Carolina State.
Godfrey,
they're saying that he's got North Carolina State probably playing as well as anyone right now. And that's another team that they're saying that could go, that could have some surprises along the way. I don't know.
I think he probably needs another recruiting class.
He probably does. There's always somebody out here though that's going to pull the big upset. And there's a lot of people calling for Louisville to get beat in the first round. I don't even know who they got, but there's a lot of who they play.
Which happened last year, right?
Yeah, which happened last year. They're calling for Louisville to get beat. A lot of teams are picking Louisville to get beat. I don't know. I just, for some reason, like it's Missouri, Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina. If that's possible, I don't even know. If
I just like the fact that this year, unlike most years, although Kentucky, record-wise, is pretty impressive. I just don't think there's that dominant team like typically the North Carolinas, the Kansas, or the Dukes. There are a lot of teams that right now could get on a little roll, and so much more depends on what happens to other teams than what happens to your teams. An upset along the way just opens the door. When those dominoes start falling,
it's not
anything
really,
can happen.
You're right. It's not really about being the best team at this time. It's about being the team that can survive and advance, and just getting hot at the right time. So if you go in and you're hot at the right time and the breaks fall your way, it really doesn't matter. It's who's going to win the games.
Yep.
But you're going to look and see the pair conferences. You're going to look and see the North Carolinas, the Kentucky, the Kansas.
Syracuse is a team that
I
could
think
get on the
Syracuse
road.
is in trouble though, Ron, because their big guy, that Fab Mello or whatever, is going to be declared academically ineligible by the school. Apparently, he's out. They're saying they could be one and done now.
That affects their zone, doesn't it?
It affects them. So I don't know. Trying to think who Davidson plays. Davidson is a team that there's some people talking about that could pull an upset or two too.
They had a hot shot shooter a couple of years ago that carried them.
But back to the NIT, you look at some of the teams in the NIT, and they're not. Tennessee is probably, and Stanford maybe, and Washington, and I'm sure there's one or two. But there's some teams that it's not a real strong NIT tournament. So
well, and how about Mississippi State losing in the first round?
Lost in the first round last night. I watched part of that game when I got back in, and it went double overtime. And this is only my opinion. It's just like there were some Mississippi State players that just didn't want to be there.
Well, and
they'd made the comment they didn't want to play in it.
He's going to continue though. He could be in a little trouble. The coach
could be.
I mean, he's taken a team that a lot of folks projected to not only be in the big dance, but to move a little forward in the big dance.
Down the stretch, they folded like a deck of cards. I mean, they lost 5 in a row, I think, or something like that, or 5 out of 6.
Like 7 out of 9.
7 out of 9, something like that. So they lost a bunch of games. So I hate to see that, but because I like Jalen still, and you know that. But it happens, and I thought was something funny was what coach at Illinois gets fired. 4 years ago, he's got the team playing in the final game. He's playing for a national championship. Gets beat in that game. Boy, how quick the AD and the president and everybody forgets that. You have a couple bad years or a mediocre year and then a bad year and you're gone. I mean, it's like the guy at South Carolina. I read the thing in the paper Dave was talking about Horn. He said, I liked what he done academically. I liked what he done for the character of the team, getting it all straightened out, but I just didn't have enough W's to go out and actually stand up for him and take up for him to put all that together. But it's a whole thing of work. He done 2 really good things, but I couldn't go out and fight for him because he didn't have enough wins.
But that's
he says our program is not where we want it to be or it needs to be.
And that was another situation where his basketball team looked horrible at times.
They did.
I mean, when they looked bad, they were horrible.
He said our football team's good. We've had a baseball team that's won 2 national championships. Our girls' basketball team's much improved. Really had a good basketball team this year, and we want our men's basketball to be an elite basketball program like the other programs are.
And the ladies' basketball team may have drawn more folks than the men's did. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying.
The last game I saw them on TV. There weren't many folks there.
I think that's what he was referencing.
There weren't many folks
our women's program is better than the men's. And
they probably sold more popcorn.
They probably did sell more popcorn. But it usually comes down to that. It comes down to tickets. And you had a coach to come in. You asked him to come in and clean up a lot of things and win basketball games. Sometimes it's hard to do. Me and Brad was talking before we come on tonight. It was like, I was listening to a couple things here to talk to you about. I was watching Outside the Lines yesterday, and I thought of you when the NCAA president was on there. His first comment was, well, college basketball coaches are putting too much attention on AAU stuff. There's too much. We're going to have to maybe eliminate some, of the watching the game. We're going to have to do something. We're going to have to cut some of it out. So, in other words, there's a possibility they could get cut. College coaches could get cut out. Then he got to talking about the football playoff scenarios. He said, it would have been great this year to have had a 14 playoff game. And he said, I'm for a 14 playoff game. Maybe 8 teams. Maybe. No more than 8. But before we can talk about the 4 or the 8, we've got to figure out how we're going to take care of the bowl games to keep them alive, how we're going to do that before we can talk about this playoff stuff. And he said, sometimes you don't fix something that's not broke.
Well, but again, I think the bottom line there is it either is going to happen, or you're going to have a super conference that may just pull out of the NCAA.
Well, you could very well be right. I think
there's
it's
just
on,
too much money there.
I think it's on the table, and I think you'll wind up seeing it still being revolved around somehow around the bowl games.
I think so.
And that's how they've got to figure out how they're going to do it. It's like Mike Sleeve said, it's not something that's going to happen tomorrow. It's probably a couple years down the road. They're going to figure it out and get it figured out. I don't think it'll be more than 4 teams. I think the 4 is
but
what
I think
everybody
it's sooner than we think, because I don't think
I don't think
that it's that complicated when you look at the number of bowl games that look how fast the BCS came in, and they had the same problem, and they worked that thing out to where it was a huge money maker for everybody, and they don't have any trouble. And you could take, for instance, this year, let's just say that you took Alabama and LSU from the SEC and put them in the 2 or 4, the 4 or 8 team tournament. You still had a couple of pretty good football teams that could have gone to the Sugar Bowl to represent.
My saying was going to be, you take Alabama and LSU, put them in the Sugar Bowl. You take Oklahoma State. I think the other one was Arkansas, wasn't it? I believe it's who it was. Number 14, was it Arkansas, Stanford? It's one of them. It don't really matter. For talking points, we'll just say it was Arkansas. And the winner of the Alabama LSU game and the winner of the Oklahoma State Arkansas game meets in the national championship game. To me, that's pretty easy. That's the one more game.
And I
think that's what they got. I think they just got to get the bowls to sign off on it and get out. But I think it needs to be. How many BCS bowl games are there? Do you know?
5.
There are 5. Okay, if there's 5, why can't you just figure out how you could have maybe an 8-team thing and play it down? So I don't know, but
and I think that's why I say I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be drawn out, because when you stop and look at only the handful of Division I football programs that actually turn a profit, it's not going to take these school presidents very long.
Well, he did say it would mean more money. And I think, though, what we're going to get first before it goes to 8, I think we'll get the 4 team. You get the 4 teams in it, and that 1+ game that'll happen. I think you'll get that, and then maybe eventually somewhere in the near future you'll see 8 teams. But he pretty much said no more than 8 teams. He was not for any more than the 8 teams, the 4 teams he liked. But another thing he talked about, and we'll just discuss, he talked about the one and dones playing in college. He'd like to see it either go to 2 years or 3 years, and he just, because, and I didn't realize this till we got talking about it today. Me and Rick Scarborough got talking about it, really. Basically those basketball players take 1 semester, and in December they don't go back to school, because if they know they're one and done, they don't go back to school, and all they're doing is playing basketball, right. and that's it. So, but he said it takes the NBA to come in and help them with this. It's got to be an agreement with the Players Association on this. So either let's do it one and done, or the college saying if you're going to give a scholarship out, they got to stay 2 years. He leaned towards 2 years. He said 2 years real heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that's not changed in the real near future.
All the NBA's got to do is put an age limit on it, and they can correct that.
Just put the 2-year thing on it, make them go to school. It means they got to go to school for 1 year, or really more than 1 year. They're going to have to be in school, and they're going to have to pass, and that'd be it. So,
but it's money's going to be the driving force behind
and everything.
And Bobby Knight said years ago, he said, y'all are worried about us recruiting. He said most of these kids take a pay cut when they leave AAU, and that's why these huge tournaments are being held in Las Vegas and all around the country.
And that's what the guy said yesterday. There's too much emphasis being put on AAU from college coaches. They're being recruited more at AAU events than they are at high school, and we've got to figure out
illegal stuff,
and we got to figure a way to stop that. So that's bottom line.
And I think they will. Again, thanks to the Oakdale Middle School Eagles for coming up and being with us tonight, and again we thank you for being here with us in the locker room tonight. And we'll be right back here next week with another session of the locker room. Good night, everybody.